Brooksaw Antiques here. Today we have this 1940 Underwood S model vintage desktop typewriter. I'm going to show you how to use the functions and make sure they all work. This is your adjustable paper guide up top here and helps you guide the paper in straight. This is the paper bell that sits on top and holds it down nice and tight. And your margins are located up front right here. This is your right margin. We're going to put that around. This is a scale right here. It tells you exactly where you are. At the beginning and the end of the page. Once you hear the bell, you're at the end of the margin. You hit this line space, get you back to the beginning, and skips 1, 2, or 3. Right now we have it on single, but if you want double, you just flip the switch down 1, skips 2, 1 more, skips 3. That works good, but we're going to keep it on single for now and finish typing. As you can see, all the keys type nice and none of them skip or stick. I'll type a sentence on the next line. Very strong and powerful typewriter. This model came after the famous Model 3, 4, and 5s. And this is more of a style that fits the 40s era. It's supposed to have panels. The model before this didn't have any panels on the side or the back, but this one does, but I removed them. I think it looks better without the panels. So, except for this front panel, that looks good when it's on. And the original 3, 4, and 5 had this too, but this one's easier to pop out. You just pop it right out and you can access the interior. And it just, there's little notches that you just line up and you just press that a little bit. Once you get the hang of this, it's easy to put back on. It's meant to be easy to pop on and off. In case you need to access the key bed, if the keys get stuck together or something, and it just snaps right back on. Got a shift on each side and a shift lock on the right. To clear that, you hit the shift on the left. Backspace on the top left, that works good. Actually, let me show you the print. I forgot to do that. Really good looking print. Nice and dark and clear. To pull the page out easy, you just flip the switch down on the right side there and it unlocks the rollers underneath the platen, allowing you to pull the page out easy or load thicker paper like carbon copy or cardstock. Make sure you flip that back up before you load the next page or else it won't load correctly. This is your color selector switch on the right top here, and when you have it all the way to the right, there's a blue dot there. You print the top portion of the ribbon. When you have it to the left, you print the bottom portion of the ribbon. Right now we have a solid black ribbon, but if you had a black and red, this would print the red portion. We're going to keep that all the way to the right for now. Top left is your touch control, 0 to 6. The higher you go, the more tension there is when you hit the keys and they respond faster. The lower you go, the less tension, so you don't have to hit the keys as hard. Tab function up top here. So right now there's no tab, so it goes all the way to the end. So we're going to set a tab around the middle by hitting the right button there, and when you hit the tab button, it stops at that spot. I like to keep maybe 1 or 2 just in case this button gets hit. You don't doesn't go slamming all the way to the end, causing wear and tear on your typewriter. It stops at those spots, kind of protecting the carriage. And on the right side here, this is your ribbon reverse control. So you can, when you pull it out, it'll pull the ribbon to the right side. If you push it in, it'll pull to the left. All the brand new ribbons loaded on the right side, so it needs to be pulling to the left. And you can wind, if you put a new ribbon on, you can wind it all the way up with that winder. That looks good. Carriage release on each side here. This one's located right there. And these are your tabs. So when you do set your tabs, you can actually manually reset them or set them one at a time if you want. This lever on the knob here is, if you flip it up, it disables the spacing mechanism so you can get to an exact spot on the page. When you have it down, each one of those clicks is one space, and this, when you pull it out, does the same thing. Push it in, gets the clicks. That works good. Now available on eBay or Etsy, search Brooksaw Antiques.